I'm going to assume everything that you just said is absolutely true. Let's take it all at face value without assessing point by point. But even if you take everything you have said as a fact, not one thing you said actually implicates Joe Biden. It leads you to have questions.
How about those many? How about those many trips? Many, not M-I-N-I, but M-A-N-Y trips, where Hunter Biden was with the vice president on official delegation and doing these efforts, flying on Air Force Two to China, to these other areas, while he had continuing conversations. That would have been and should have been an ethics violation.
So let's agree.
He was doing business on the government's dime.
Let's agree that that's an ethical.
Allowed that to happen.
Yeah, let's agree that's an ethical violation. I agree with you. I've been very critical of them about that, and I was actually critical of it.
But the ethical violation would be at the vice president, not at the son.
Correct.
The vice president should not have allowed him on the plane.
And I 100% agree with you.
We are asking these questions.
I agree with you.
Next, we will come. We will come to the FBI.
Okay, but let's wait, hang on. Let's just start on this one. Because that's the one that you came up with. Let's assume you're right. It's an ethical violation. But how does that get us to impeachment? How does it get us the fact that he's letting him sit on the plane with him? And you're right, he shouldn't have done it. How does that get us to an impeachment inquiry?
Very simply, then the FBI would come into the case, just as they have done against so many other Trump friends. And the FBI would show up with a badge and gun, and they would ask questions. And the first thing they say is, if you mislead us, we can bring charges against you. So immediately someone is very careful about what they say. And the agents, which I have strong evidence to believe that they are honest. When my father was the director of the FBI was an organization that had bravery and integrity, and I think they still could possess that. And once you have a federal agent that shows up and starts asking questions and slices through these ideas, all of a sudden someone has to tell the truth. And when all these aides understand why Hunter Biden was coming, what was in it for the vice president, and how these things happened, when all these bank records come into play, and then you begin asking internally in the IRS, in the Department of Justice, who made the decisions to stop someone from going to the big guy, which is where the whole facts of this case are going to go. So,
but you hope it's going to go there, because right now you don't have any evidence that it's going to go there. No. Really?
Well,
what is the evidence? I keep missing it then. What is the evidence of Joe Biden? I'm missing it.
Well, for almost 2 years, the Hunter Biden laptop was called a false narrative.
Okay, but what does that have to do with Joe Biden? What is the Joe Biden piece?
It has everything to do with the pressure. Someone pressured those 60 intel people to say Hunter Biden laptop is not true.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, the FBI had it.
Okay,
but you see, this is where there's someone that is blocking.
But that was
someone
when Trump
using
was
political
president.
Pressure. Trump can be president. That has very little to do with it. You need to ask the question, and this is where, when you start asking questions, people then tend to tell the truth so that they don't spend time in prison. So this is all the process we're going through. You see, the Democrats had the FBI, the Department of Justice, who did all of their investigation for them. And the FBI and Department of Justice turned that over. We will do the same issues. We will be treated the same. We had to begin this official and open up this investigation for the FBI to then look at us and say, you have things that you want us to find out. Like, for instance, Hunter Biden's IRS forms, the 1040s, and of the family. We will find out whether those tens of thousands of dollars. So
I got to wrap
that's where we're going to go. That's why we are engaged.
Well, thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.